Okay. So when we have an ionic compound, you get to have a cation and an anion. So generally, a metal atom and a non-metal atom. So say we start with a sodium and a chlorine. So first we draw the electron dot diagram showing exchange of electrons. So you draw the symbol for sodium, and sodium's in group 1, so it has 1 valence electron. Then you draw the symbol for chlorine. What group is chlorine in? 17. You remember to have your periodic table out in front of you while we're doing this, always at the beginning. Okay? So it has 7 valence electrons. Now, when you look at those two, how do they fit together? Hayden?
One electron from sodium and chlorine. The second pair in chlorine.
Exactly. So you draw an arrow showing that that's where that electron will fill up chlorine. So it both will fill up chlorine's valence electron shell, and it will empty the 1 valence electron for the sodium, so then both will be more stable after. So then the result, the electron dot diagram of new ion form, is we draw sodium, and it has no valence electron from the previous shell. And then you put square brackets around it, and you draw a plus. Because it became less negative by 1, which is like saying it became positive. Right? So when you look at your periodic table, it's Na1, right? Na plus.
Na plus.
Okay? And then you draw chlorine. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. Draw the square brackets.
Negative.
And it's negative. So now this positive and this negative will make an ionic bond that's very strong. And it will make a new compound. And this new compound, we represent how many sodiums we have? We have 1 sodium. And then we have 1 chlorine. So that's all we're going to do for right now.
You don't put any dots on the sodium up there?
No. Because its valence shell was emptied. It gave away. So we've made a new compound now. Okay? We'll get into how to name that in a bit. But first, okay? Any questions about that one? Okay, the next one's going to be a little tougher. Ready for it? Alright, so let's draw magnesium, Mg. How many valence electrons? 2. Nitrogen, how many valence electrons? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've got a little bit of a pickle now. How can these fit together? Where should this one go, maybe? A suggestion. Really, it could go to any of the nitrogens that are missing one. So let's draw an arrow saying that one will go there. Sure, and that one can go right here. So magnesium is happy, but is the nitrogen happy yet? No. No. So what do you suggest we could do?
Take one from the inertia of magnesium.
Yeah, but then magnesium will be unhappy. How do I fix this? I'm only allowed magnesium atoms and nitrogen atoms. Add another magnesium. Because in reality, when atoms are colliding with each other, it's not just 1 magnesium and 1 nitrogen. There's a lot of magnesium atoms and a lot of nitrogen atoms. So we can add as many as we want. So let's add another magnesium. 1, 2. So let's say one of these electrons comes here. Great. So nitrogen is happy, but is that magnesium happy? Okay, so now what do I do?
Add another one.
Add another what? Nitrogen, okay. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go 1. All right, so now my magnesium's happy, but my nitrogen's not.
Another magnesium.
So we add another magnesium. 1, 2. So I can put 1 here, 1 here. Finally, everybody's happy.
Can you just leave that up there?
Pardon me?
Can you just leave that up there for another hour?
Oh yeah. Now if you put this one here and this one here, that's okay. As long as you show that all of the electrons were transferred, it doesn't matter which one you pick goes where. It's okay. So what we end up with then is we have 3 magnesiums, so we have to draw all 3. And they all lost how many electrons? 2. So they all became more positive by 2. Then you have to draw all of your nitrogens. So we have 2 of them. And they all got full valence shells now.
3 negative.
That's right. Okay, so now my new compound, when I write out my new compound, you always write the metal first. Okay, you always write the positive one first. So now I have magnesium, but how many did I have?
3.
I have 3, so you write a little 3 down there to show that there are 3 of them. And then you put the nitrogen. How many nitrogens did you have?
2.
2. You write the 2 there. Okay? I will show you a trick on how to do this really quick in a little bit. But I want you to understand this model first. So now what you can do is you can do workbook page 4 and 5, right? I think. It seems like a lot, but you will be able to do these, I think, quickly. So I'll give you a few minutes to do them, and then we'll go on to the next thing.